Alright, hello everyone, this is Kill 2, I'm here with Trisbeck, and this is Alliance Tournament 7. We have a match between Rooks and Kings and Chain of Chaos, I don't know if there's an S there or not. So for Rooks and Kings, they brought two Redeemers, the first time we've seen those, ever. One Armageddon, one Oniros, one Rook, one Curse, one Stiletto, and one Kitsune.
And for Chain of Chaos, we have a Malediction, two Ishkars, two Harbingers, Prophecy, a Damnation, a Dominic, and an Abaddon. So there will be a lot of lasers being shot at things.
Yeah, and everything, all the battleships are at 0 on the beacon. Most of the support further out the Rook, the Oniros, for Rooks and Kings is far away from the fight, as well as the Ishkars and the Malediction for Chains of Chaos. And we're underway. Looks like Chain of Chaos ship, the Harbinger is the first one to be taking damage. He's already at 80% armor, and so far for Rooks and Kings, all their ships still at 100% HP.
One of the Rooks and Kings Redeemers getting shot now, but doesn't look like very much damage. It's still sitting at about 3/4 shields, while that Chain of Chaos Harbinger is at 75% armor. That's really the only damage going on right now. One of the Rooks and Kings Curses is taking some shield damage. It looks like Chain of Chaos is splitting their fire or something, because there's really not much going on right now.
Yeah, that Harbinger for Chain of Chaos now at 50% armor HP. Excuse me, the Chain of Chaos team definitely splitting their DPS up quite a bit. I see the Abaddon shooting at the Oniros. I see some other ships shooting at the Curse, and there's damage spread across shields for almost 100% of the Rooks and Kings ships. The Chain of Chaos Harbinger now at about 50% armor HP. Their Abaddon starting to take a little bit of damage as well. The Oniros for Rooks and Kings now going down pretty fast. He's at about 40% armor.
It looks like both teams are really disorganized in terms of their damage output. There's ships all over taking damage, especially Chain of Chaos is just shooting seemingly randomly. That Oniros in about half structure, but it's regaining armor pretty quickly right now. The Rooks and Kings Griffin is taking a little armor damage, seems to have stopped, and that's pretty much it. The Oniros going down again. It's getting wrapped up again. The armor just keeps bouncing back, and the Oniros just went down. So that'll do it for Rooks and Kings logistics support.
And also at the same time, the Harbinger for Chain of Chaos did finally go down. The Oniros for the Rooks and Kings team had armor maintenance bots on it, which I don't think were there to begin with, and that may have been what was being around for a little while. Now Chain of Chaos going to work on the Rook and King Rook, which is now at 40% armor. It's going down extremely fast, as well as their Kitsune. The Rook just went down. Their Curse is at 60% armor as well. And damage against the Chain of Chaos team, not very substantial. Their Dominic's at about 80% HP, 80% armor, and he's repping back.
Yeah, their Dominic has a local rep going. He was before, still is cap transferring between the Abaddon, so it looks like those guys are doing a mutual tanking setup. Yeah, the Dominic's sitting about 50% armor, and Rooks and Kings just losing another Griffin now. They have a Curse in low armor, an Ishkar that's been getting shot at, which is in high armor, and the shields are regenning, so I guess they're done with that. Their Armageddon now going into armor, and it's getting shot at more. The armor's going down very slowly. Curse regenning some armor. Yeah, it's a slugfest now.
The Rooks and Kings team neutralizing heavily the Dominics of Chain of Chaos. The Dominics is under a lot of cap pressure, and I don't see it transferring too much, if at all, between it and the Abaddon. Dominic's now at about 20% HP. Most of the rest of the Chain of Chaos team still in really good shape, while the Rooks and Kings Curse is about to drop. He repped back a little bit from those armor maintenance spots, but now he's dead. So that leaves only two Redeemers, one Armageddon, one Stiletto for Rooks and Kings, while there's an Abaddon, Dominic's Damnation, Harbinger, Prophecy, Malediction, and two Ishkars still alive for Chain of Chaos. That Dominic's still hanging in there around 10% armor. He keeps repping, but it looks like he's still slowly going down. He's in the structure, maybe half structure now, while already the Rooks and Kings Armageddon is about 50% armor HP and taking damage extremely quickly.
Yeah, there's a massive swarm of ECM and damage drones on that Armageddon, with I think one flight of heavy armor maintenance bots, but I don't think it's going to be enough to help it. It's in very low armor. There's into structure now, and the Chain of Chaos Dominics just went down. The Rooks and Kings Armageddon now at about half structure, and that will be going down momentarily.
It looks like this Rooks Kings team, that Armageddon did just go down. He was very low, and now he's dead. It looks like they're depending a lot on heavy armor maintenance bots from the Redeemers and the Armageddon, and those take a long time to move around the field, so the ships drop quick, and then when the armor drones catch up, they rep for a while, and then finally end up dying because they can't quite heal enough for the amount of damage that's coming in. Chain of Chaos now taking some damage on their Prophecy. He's at about 80% armor. While they're shooting at the Rooks and Kings Redeemer, the first one piloted by Anubis Hothic or something like that. He's about 50% armor.
Anubis is smart bombing now in that Redeemer. Just blew up some drones, but it's not going to be enough. He's at about a quarter armor now and dropping. And again, it looks like the fire across the Rooks team is being split. The Stiletto getting hit, the Malediction getting hit. But yeah, that Redeemer almost into structure now. And the Malediction almost through shields, Stiletto almost into structure.
Yeah, the Prophecy for Chain of Chaos now at about half armor, but probably won't go down before the end of the fight. The Redeemer's now in structure. He's at about 50%. He's still getting repped by those armor maintenance bots, but every time one of the battleships goes down, there's less. It looks like now there's only 5 on him. Before there was at least 10 on the other ships. And they also just lost... Go ahead.
I was going to say that Stiletto for Rooks and Kings just went down, and as did the Redeemer. Rooks and Kings now down to 1 Redeemer versus an Ishkur, Malediction, Ishkur, Prophecy, Harbinger, Damnation, and Abaddon.
Yeah, all of the Chain of Chaos team doing fine except for that Dominic's and the first Harbinger they lost. Everything else still on the field. And now all that's left is for them to finish off this last Redeemer. He's at 50% armor for Rooks and Kings. Going down pretty easily.
He's dropping quickly. He doesn't look like to have any local reps. There's not much he can do at this point.
I think they were depending a lot on those armor maintenance bots and their Oneros, which they weren't able to keep alive at the beginning of the fight. I'm surprised the Oneros didn't head away from the fight once he started to draw fire, because these battleships from Chain of Chaos are all fielding pulse lasers and not sentry drones, so he could have made some range. That Redeemer did die, so the match is over. Congrats to Chain of Chaos on the win. We'll send it back to Soundwave.